Hey, you guys, I wanted to come on here. I've done this 4 times, and I've cried so much and wiped all of my makeup off my old face. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I want to tell you, I am just not been ever a people person. I just never have been. I think growing up, I kind of had a weird childhood. Nothing against my parents, but anyway, as a result, I was really, I've been apprehensive about people and, who you can trust and who you can't trust my whole life. And never thought much of another person. But you guys have changed my entire outlook on that. And for that, I feel blessed. I really do. And it's a shame it took this tragedy in my life to make me have a different perspective. I hope I'm looking in the camera. I don't even know. Anyhow, the way my place is set up, we moved here almost 4 years ago, and there's a main house, a little single wide mobile home, and my mom, she all her stuff's in there. She's the one that lived there, and then my boys would live on the end. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get a couple of those little cedar buildings, and that's what I did. And I put them together as close as I could, so we could just walk out from door to door. And so that morning, Tuesday morning, I went and took a shower in the main house and came down to the bedroom, and there Chewy was on the bed. Nothing on. I didn't leave anything on but the ceiling fan and the air conditioner in the window. And I thought, usually every day, first thing I do is make my bed. And I thought, no, I'm not going to disturb him. I'll just go on and put my makeup on. So I grabbed my makeup bag and I went up to the living room building. And I sat there about 10 minutes, put my makeup on, long enough to have a cup of coffee. And I heard one dog bark outside. And it dawned on me I need to go feed Gizzy and Chewy, because Gizzy, he eats every 2 hours. And so I knew it had been a minute because my husband fed him before he left for work. And so I grabbed Chewy's dog food and Gizzy's can, and I go over to the thing. And when I rounded the corner, I heard a pop. And by the time I seen what was going on, I'm telling you, I believe I lost my mind. Smoke coming out of the windows. My air conditioner, we're talking 10 or 15 minutes time span since I had been in that house, that little building. That's it. And it was 12 by 24 is the size of that building, both of them. And so I thought, surely I would have smelled something looking back. If I would have stuck around and made my bed like I did every morning, I think we would be talking about Harry and Meghan today, and not what's going on, to be honest with you. And so anyway, I screamed as loud as I could for Chewy. Flames shot into my face and burned my chest and took off my eyelashes. And I wasn't caring about that. I just wanted to get in there and get my animals. And so I started getting a hose pipe. My boys came out and called 911 and got the hose pipe on their end, and we started spraying everything down. And by this time, that place was going down. It didn't take minutes for it to burn to the ground. And so we live out in the country, and because we do, I think they're all volunteers with the fire department. I'm very grateful for them people, but it took them a minute to get out there. And so by the time they got out there, my other building was on fire. And it's gone. Half of it's just ruined. And then the back end of the mobile home caught fire. And so they got everything put out, and I begged them to look for Chewy. And they said they couldn't find anything at Chewy, but we found the possum. And my kids buried him in the fairy garden next to it. I don't care about stuff, but I had Chewy every day of my life for 15 years. And anyway, I don't want to get started on that, because I'm going to tell you, I'm a hair from breaking down, I think. It's just been too much, too quick. And so we had nothing, everything's gone. on mine and my husband's by this time. It didn't really destroy my boy's stuff. And so everybody, runs in circles. I'm having a nervous breakdown. The neighbors are feeling sorry for me. I literally screamed and cried for 8 hours. I'm not lying. I just lost my mind because I couldn't, I can't imagine these animals that depended on me so much going in such a miserable way. And why? I don't understand why. I'm not a good person, but I don't feel that I'm all that bad either. I feel like, has this been a punishment for me? I don't know. Anyhow, I've prayed about it, and I was real mad Tuesday. And so Tuesday night rolls around, and my mom and my niece who was visiting was in my mom's room in the back end of the trailer, and we had to get a generator. They took the power meter. And so running the fan, keeping the fridge going, and my husband and I stayed in the van, in my big hippie van, and my boys were in their room where it had only burnt the outside. No, I'm sorry, they stayed in the living room because it was smoky still in their room. And so about 4 a.m, they screaming, "Mom, we're on fire again." And so here comes, by that time I was so dang mad, y'all, I'm telling you, I was fit to be tied. And so they said the fire marshals are going to investigate it further because they put it all out. And we're talking a 16-hour time difference. 16, maybe 18, from the time they put that first fire out till that other one started. That's not normal. I've Googled the statistics. What are the odds? And so it destroyed that end. And my boys, it was just a nightmare. But it's like the fire marshal said, it was almost like an invisible firewall from the living room to my mom's room. Nothing was harmed. Nothing was touched. Nothing. But from the bathroom back, everything is just gone. So I don't know exactly. I'm telling you, I'm going to make a video about that when I'm in my right mind, because it is, a possibility. I know people might think that's crazy, but man, you don't understand how evil this world really is. There's a lot of negative energy that's come together and, wishing ill will or whatnot. And even the fire marshal said it's weird. But then they're investigating for arson, and that's a video in itself. We'll talk about that. And I believe if I even think that is truly what happened with who I really think happened with, I'm afraid that's going to be something that pushes me over the edge, because I've been nothing but nice to people, and I'm on my business, and I don't bother nobody. But I wanted to tell you guys, the neighbor lady across the street was kind enough to give us some dinner. And so when she brought it over, she told my husband and me that she seen a Yorkie, and she was pretty sure it was mine, and that he had a collar on, but she didn't tell us what color. Well, Chewy had a flea collar on, and that's it. There's a lady a couple houses up that has a Yorkie, and she said, so I don't know if it was her little Yorkie or my Chewy, but she said when them fire trucks came, that dog took off. It's not like Chewy to take off, and it's not like Chewy not to come home. So I need closure with that, you guys. I'm begging you, just pray. I've prayed for 2 days. Be a dream. If I see him in my dream, if God just shows me a sign, I need to know, because I'm so... Listen, I went to Walmart last night, and the first thing I do is go get pee pads for my dog, and he's not even here. And I try to... It's just not normal. It's not... I'm not having a good time with this, you guys. I just wanted to really say thank you. I'm so grateful, and I don't want to start bawling, because then I'll have to make this again, and I don't think I can make it again. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Shams, Catherine, Catechus, Pretzel, Hambone, Suzanne, Keely, Lina. Thank y'all. Peter, Shoshana. Thank you. I wish I could name every one of you personally, but I want to say thank you. Thank you with all my heart. Thank you. Oh, as far as homeowners insurance, the way it is, I pay the power half, my mom pays half. I pay the dish and the internet, and poor mom, she paid the homeowners. She said they got hard pressed, she and her buddy Jesse, and they didn't make the homeowners insurance, and that's been since December. So now we'll make it. We're going to figure something out. We've got some plans, but she's fine. Mama's fine. She's fine. And she wants to say thank you so much for everybody's concerns and well wishes and your love and your prayers. Just please, please, please pray that I get some sort of closure on that dog, man. I know he was just an animal, and that fire marshal looks at me like I'm crazy, but I beg them people, please try to find something. If he ain't, I need to know. That dog was everything to me. I love all these animals, but Chewy was everything. He lost his teeth fighting a pit bull for me, and here he burns up in my room. You just don't know how that feels. It's horrible. I don't want to cry anymore, y'all. But I do want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful. Thank you.